Evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Almost there, almost there. One more day, and then we got the weekend ahead. Thank God. I can't wait. That's my money day, and that's the day that everybody else is chilling. And yeah, it's just a good day. What's up with you, Jay? How you feeling? How you doing? And how are you spending your weekend?
I'm sore, so I'm a business head, so obviously I've been obviously hitting the gym tough. Obviously I'm working on my cars. I took about a month off the cars because I was with mom in the hospital, but now mom's here. I got the schedule down so I could get back on my cars. Got to get all
Right,
my cars up and going, you know what I mean? Like lately I've charged one a night, the batteries. It's kind of funny. So
right,
one each night and then start them up like cool. Obviously, I got to check all the oils. I gotta throw gas in each one. The first world problems, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm only one dude, so I can only drive a certain amount of cars.
right.
You
For
know what I'm
for the
saying?
first for the first time, I really can say I feel you because I'm taking care of five cars currently right now
Exactly.
too.
Exactly.
And, only two of them are electric, thankfully. So the electric ones I don't have to worry about too much. But the other
Yeah,
ones
man.
I have to worry about. Well, I mean, my mom's car is a Prius, which is pretty damn,
Yeah, I got it.
it's always reliable. I got a Prius. She has a Prius, so it should be all good. Should be all good.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, so I mean, I got guests coming tomorrow, which is cool. They're coming tomorrow for like 5 days. They're here
Oh,
for Memorial Day weekend. So
good,
obviously
good.
they're coming. They're like, they probably don't know, but they're coming to the cold. Like, hey man, you coming to the cold weather, man?
Facts.
It's that baby, you know?
Coming, coming to the wind.
Yeah, the Yay area. So it
Hey,
says it's gonna be foggy in SF, so it might be foggy.
let me ask you. So our mutual friend Carl,
Uh-huh.
he like came to my work today, and then there was a song that he was like had stuck in his head, and he didn't know. Like he only knew like one word, and I couldn't help him with it.
One
So
word.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a
Go ahead.
one word Bay Area song, probably from like the '90s,
Oh, it's
like
too
early.
easy, man. I know I'm like a catalog, so go ahead. Are you gonna say the word like a certain way too?
I'm gonna say the word the way that the song is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then with that, with my vocals, which are super shitty, super shitty.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if you can guess the song.
It won't even matter. It's gonna be on the term of the word. So let's hear the word.
Money. When we talk about money.
Oh, that's easy, dude. Come on, man. That's easy. That is a Bay track too. It's Mac Mall, Ray Love, but it's by Young Lay, Lay. It was on
LAY.
the yeah, it was on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack. I don't know if you saw New Jersey Drive, but it's a movie that was like about carjackings in New Jersey
Oh,
back in
okay.
like we're talking like 95. But it's like I'm all about my 30. Yeah. Money, money, money is all I know.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good song.
Money, money. That's a good one. I actually haven't heard that song in a long time. It was one of my favorite songs growing up as a kid. Probably
I mean,
why I got so addicted to money. But
yeah.
but
Kid that
yeah, I like
money
that song a lot.
serious.
Why did he why did that pop up in his head? He was
I don't know.
listening to it or something?
He said that's. I don't even know why he said. He told me, but I don't even know why he
Oh,
said.
okay.
He said something about it. Like somebody told him something about it.
Oh,
And
okay. And that's what popped up. He's like, "Oh,
yeah,
what's that song?"
right,
That's
exactly.
funny.
I hate it when you like. That's like the worst thing is when you have a song stuck in your head and
Yeah.
you really want to hear it. But then once you hear it, you're always like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Like, yeah,
Oh, for sure. That's
there's
a
no
good
big
song
deal.
though.
No big deal.
That's a good song, man. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, most deaf.
Shit, man. There's a lot of good Bay Area rap songs, bro, from like the '90s and 2000s. I
Of
mean, not
course
even
there is, man.
bro. Like, yeah,
Are
man.
you
Mac
kidding me? Those were
Ball, the
oh yeah,
gang, all these guys, bro. Like,
of course, man.
you know.
Young, it's funny, not funny, but Young Lay, he sounded like that because he was shot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he had that little slur.
Right.
I don't want to say he was retarded, but he was like, he was a little slower from being shot when he was rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Kind of like, yeah, kind of like 50 Cent.
no, because 50 wasn't retarded. He just had the mouth problem.
Oh, he really was retarded.
No, yeah. So after Young Lay got shot, he was a little slower, so his speech changed.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like
so the
50
speech.
Cent, so 50 Cent got shot, and he sounded like that because he got shot right here too.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
his mouth was all fucked. But
Oh,
once he got that better, then he sounded you heard he sounded normal.
yeah.
Young Lay is always
In
yeah.
the movie, yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh yeah, man.
But yeah, so yeah, that's a good song, man. I haven't heard that in a long time. It was one of my anthems, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Back in the day. Back in the
No
day.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, man. Any plans for the weekend or no? Not really. Just gonna be doing
I
the
gotta
same.
grind, man. I grind, dog. I don't have weekdays or weekends. Every day to me is all right. You start off with $0, and then you got to make bread. I don't. That's what I do every day. And then not only that, I like to work out. So it's like, okay, I'm starting fresh today, fresh day. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have weekends, weekdays. Every day to me is like, because it's always gonna be the business. You know.
Right.
I've lived a lot in my life, man. You know that. I used to go on vacation every 3 months, man. So I've lived a lot already. I
Exactly.
obviously nothing's like over now, but I just had to alter a lot of things, so it's very different for me.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Got to do it, man. Got to do it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all about that life, man. You know. So I don't mind it either, man, because I know I get everything done. That's the number
Yeah.
one thing about I get everything done, make it happen. And I still got to make moves with a lot of investing in business because now my head is more, for like a month I was like really out of it, taking care of like I was at the hospital with mom. So now I could get back on everything,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Learning the schedule, learning, everything. So
For sure. For sure.
yes, sir,
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
all day.
All right. Well, Jay, did you know that scientists discovered an underground metal superhighway beneath Earth's ancient continents?
Highway?
Yeah, like full of metal.
Really?
Yep.
Where?
Under the continents of the Earth, my friend.
All of them?
That's what it says.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that.
It says scientists have uncovered hidden, oh man, blocked my, hidden continents that could hold, yeah, it like blocked my thing, but that could hold the key to powering the green something. So yeah, can't even read
That's a
it.
trip. I didn't
But yeah,
know.
there's a lot of metal underneath the continents of the Earth.
I had no idea, man.
Um, but Jay, let me ask you this: did you know that Hawaiian volcanic rocks reveal Earth's core contains vast hidden gold reserves?
No, I didn't know that. Wow. It's good to know.
You think so?
Yeah, it's good to know. I'm saying I didn't know that.
We need to invest in Hawaii, bro.
Right?
Might get some gold nuggets, man.
Well, that's where Zuckerberg built his bunker.
Oh, smart, smart. He's
Yeah.
yeah, he's already got. He probably was like, all right, I'm gonna like double down because I'm gonna build this bunker, but at the same time,
Yep.
I'm gonna
And
do it
I'm gonna
before.
get some extra right there.
Exactly, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Oh man.
yes, sir.
Jay, do you know that Pontiac might be coming back with the
Trans
Trans Am WR6?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, you did the
That's why I
WS6.
said Trans Am. Yeah, I figured. I can't remember where I read it, but I read it.
Yeah,
It's good, man. It was a good whip. I like that one.
definitely. It was nice. I remember one time Talal was going to race somebody with his,
Hmm.
and some dude that like he knew that I knew we both knew him actually, but he had like he they didn't really have funk, but they didn't like really like each other. Like they were just like whatever type, you know.
Hmm.
And dude, he didn't even have his car or nothing, and he goes and tells T, "Yo, T." Because Talal was about to race it, with the Trans
Okay.
Am. And
Yeah.
he basically, like, long story short, he called Talal's Trans Am like a pig or like a hog because the front looks like the nose of like the pig.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of funny to me, bro. Like he kind of called him out on that, you know. And then Talal's like, "Where the hell's your whip at?" You know what I mean? Like, when you talking shit, you don't even have your whip here. And then dude's like, "Oh, my whip will be ready soon." You know?
What did he have?
I think he had like a Nova or something like that.
Oh, okay, okay. Random. But he didn't have it there, so can't
That's what
really
I'm
say
saying.
nothing.
He
If
was
you
trying to
have,
talk this shit, bro.
that's what I mean. If you have nothing to back it up, you gotta shut your mouth.
Yeah, you
People
can't
need to
just.
learn this shit. Like, if you don't have anything to back up what you have to say, just shut your trap. Like, it's really not hard to figure out, man. Like, bro, I think I want to say I heard that story too from Talal because I
Yeah,
think I remember the dude with a Nova. I'm trying to remember his name.
yeah. He was a he didn't go to school with us, like high school.
No,
We
but I
knew
know who. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about.
he's a South City cat. We knew him. We knew him from. We went to that like after school program. It was for like body, like the body, like of the car, like just
Yeah, I
doing
got it.
like body shop work.
I got it.
Yeah,
And he was from South City.
yeah. He's like a South City cat.
Bet you I know him. That's
You
easy.
probably do. You know a lot
Of
of
course.
people.
That's what I'm saying. But with the Nova, that's what I'm saying. I know I heard this story. I know I did.
Yeah. Jay, let me ask you this. Did you know that residents in Siberia's remote Yamay Peninsula are reporting uh, are reporting new or strange formations appearing all over the landscape?
No, I didn't.
The
I did
residents
not.
say that it says the residents say that changes are impossible to ignore. Strange mounds, sudden sinkholes, and even explosive craters are reshaping the tundra, alarming locals and researchers alike.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. In Siberia, it says Siberia warms as at nearly 4 times the global average.
In Siberia?
Yeah, it says that the vast stretches of permafrost are thawing. When this frozen ground melts, it releases methane gas from ancient organic material once safely locked beneath the surface.
Yeah, I believe that because yeah, I've heard especially when a lot of the stuff melts, like you just said, the methane gas. But
Yeah.
also you find other things that are in there too, you know what I mean?
Well,
Whether
this is because they're saying that they're finding like large mounds, and what
yeah,
they're saying is happening is that the gas is pushing the earth upward
yeah,
into large mounds that sometimes explode, tearing open the landscape and leaving behind deep craters.
I believe it.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy, bro. Like that just means that I mean this gas has to go somewhere. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
So
that's what I'm saying.
that's not good, bro. Because yeah, the more mounds build up, that's basically going to be like steam vents for this methane
Yeah,
gas, which is going to go up in the air.
pretty much.
Yeah. Jay, I guess they did a study and they gave ants food and drink of caffeine. Uh, do you know what happened to these ants?
Ants?
Ants.
No.
It says that a new study suggests that a tiny splash of caffeine could keep the party going and give pest managers an edge. The research shows that moderate doses of caffeine sharpen an ant's memory for the bait for like bait's location. Ants that sipped a caffeinated sugar drop found it again more quickly on later trips, leaving a stronger scent trail for nest mates. The discovery points to a low-cost tweak that might finally turn the invaders' own teamwork against it. So I guess this is they found out from like pest control. Pest control did this, and they found out about this about ants. So now they have a way of like killing ants, much more sufficient way of doing that.
Got it.
Yeah. I don't know how true this is, Jay, but did you know that there is one sea on Earth that touches no land because it has no shore?
One C?
Yep.
Now, which one?
The Sargasso Sea.
I don't know where's that?
Uh, it says it sits 590 miles east of Florida.
East?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's different.
Yeah. It's It says that those who linger find the surface scattered with golden brown seaweed, sargassum, named for the Portuguese word sargasso, a type of grape-like algae.
Wow. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, but there's no, yeah, like they don't have shores. Like it's all like rocks, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah.
So supposedly, it says the Sargasso Sea holds a drifting forest.
Okay.
That's kind of crazy, right?
That is crazy.
I guess it's also kind of like right there in the Bermuda Triangle. That's why I think a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you know that scientists found out that birds on a remote island were making gut-wrenching, crunching sounds because they are full of littered plastics?
I didn't know.
That's crazy. Making some
I
like
did not
crazy.
know that.
Like imagine sleeping and they have like some kind of like resort there, and then you hear these like birds making these like sounds you never heard before.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, Jay, did you know recently that there was that like two Israeli embassy aides in Washington D.C. got shot? It looks like.
I did not know. Damn.
I didn't know about this either, but it says suspect. It says on this thing, suspect charge of murder and fatal D.C. shooting of two Israel embassy aides. Man opened fire with handgun outside Jewish museum. Victims fatally shot were soon to be engaged. Chicago-born suspect tied to far left and anti-war groups.
I had no idea, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it says he opened fire on a group of people on Wednesday night as they left an event for young professionals and diplomats hosted by the American Jewish Committee.
Jeez. It's
And
crazy.
then it says Rodriguez told police on the scene, "I did it for Palestine. I did it for Gaza."
Extremists.
It looks like it.
There's always extremists, man, in every religion. You know that?
Uh-huh.
Always extremists, man.
Right. All right. Jay, did you know that Toyota has a $13,000 pickup truck and it's looks like it's in Japan?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, I think Southeast Asian markets only, so we don't get it like the Slate truck.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Well, let's move on and let's get into some sports, brother. What's going on in the NBA, man? We had one game today, or what?
Yes, sir. NBA world, a lot of trend of this game because there's a lot of people were mad that the Thunder shot 1,000 free throws. But, that's the advantage of being at home. You shoot 1,000
Yeah,
free throws.
right.
So, I mean, the Thunder beat the Wolves 118-103. So, nothing out of the ordinary. They're at home, They defended their home court. Pretty normal. Ant-Man had a good game with 32. I mean, they still took a L, but, can only do so much.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Shea had 38, so those kind of offset, you know what I mean? So, but
So
yeah.
they won because it was all free throws, basically. You saying?
Nah, I mean, that's not the only reason, but like, Minnesota's output, they only got a certain amount of output from everyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I believe it was just Edwards and McDaniels, that's it. Everyone else starting, they had no double digits. The only other double digit scores were from the bench. You know what I mean? So they put up what they could put up.
Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know. I'm not watching it. I believe the Wolves can win back at home, if
Really?
anything. Why not? They're not a shitty team. Like they've done they've done their work. You know what I mean? So I think that they could win at least a couple home games. Like that's not a lot to ask. Like, man, you're going back home. Ant-Man will be on fire at home like usual, and that's where everyone who struggles on the road will play good at home. So
Yeah.
you figure their bench will be good at home. Their starters that played that played all these minutes and scored 5 points, 3 points, they'll be better at home. The crowd will be in it. That's the thing with home court advantage.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So the Thunder just did what they had to do. They won their games at home.
For
So
sure.
yeah, I think Minnesota could go back, win a couple games at home, and then yeah, you'll have a 3-game series.
So I finally got to use my new like I got this like little portable computer device that you could play like NBA 2K on, you know.
Yeah.
So I got to take it to work, and they had on sale for like $12 the NBA 2K25, you know.
Cool.
So I was able to download that and play it today, and I was like on my work, just like chilling, play for like a little bit.
Yeah.
But I got to be extra careful too because I'm always looking out for like customers. I can't really like show my manager, you know what I mean? So I'd be chilling, but definitely, man, it's kind of cool to be able to like have that extra little like source of entertainment when it's a little slow outside, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Any other trending news in the NBA world?
No, I mean it was just you had a trend with Richard Jefferson talking about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, you know.
What about him?
That they were talking about just free throws, basically, like, no one cared when he was taking like a lot of free throws when they were the 10th seed. You know what I mean? But now, like, now he's, they're a higher seed that people care about that. That's what I mean. That's just how that's how it works. When you're a 10th seed and you're taking hella free throws, no one really cares.
Yeah,
But when you're a high seed and you take hella free throws, it's like, hey, why is he taking so many? So
exactly.
that's just how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not a bad thing. It's just NBA talk. You know,
no, for sure, for sure.
that's all. Just
Any
just association.
Did you hear anybody else talking anything about it? Like anybody that's big that like has anything like good to say
No,
about it or bad? No.
no, just that was only RJ. Everyone else was all the trends were all in the game.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the trends were all in the game. Like, but I mean, like I said, they did what they were supposed to do. Win at home. OKC did their job, and Minnesota now has to do their job. Win at home.
And I guess for all the people that missed it yesterday, if you missed it, you got to see how what Pacers won yesterday, right in overtime.
Yeah, remember off the crazy shot?
That's what I was saying. So you guys who missed it yesterday, you just watched the very last, like a minute of the game or like 30 seconds of the game, and
Yeah,
you'll
the
see.
last 30 seconds actually, because that Halliburton just threw up a prayer, tied the game. You know what I mean? And then they won in overtime.
Yeah, the way that ball was shot, it just like went up so high, came back
I told
down,
you
and went in. We're just like, what the hell just happened?
it was a brick, bro. That was the biggest brick ever, and then it went right in.
So, yep,
That was
pretty
yeah,
cool.
man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, so they did their job by getting home court advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
So even if they lost the next game, they just have to win their games at home, and they'll be fine.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's all they have to do. So
All right,
yeah,
let's
man.
move on. Then we got some really offset colors today, bro. You got a green hat with a blue mug, and then red and
Yeah,
white shirt.
yeah, yeah,
You got
man.
all the colors today,
All the
man.
colors, man. Without the green, it's a little different,
Yeah.
because I have red, white, and then yeah, I have red and white on.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. So the hat, yeah, it's green, so but it has to be there.
Your shirt definitely matches our because like our names on the show is C and
Yeah,
J, and
yeah,
it's red and white, so it
yeah.
definitely matches you. Your name is matching you.
Of course, man. It makes sense.
Right, right.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Let's move on and get into some MLB news. What's going on in MLB, bro?
MLB. Let's see. I have a trending topic too from MLB, kind of like basketball. So let's get to the trend. And so let's see what games are current though in MLB. There's always West Coast games that are current. Oh, actually, there's no games current right now. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go with the trend. The trend was Taylor Ward. He mollywopped the ball and hit a grand slam today, and that was against the Oakland A's, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the A's, yeah, it was a close game, and then the Angels, he just went hit a grand slam. They ended up winning the game 10-5, obviously
Was
from
it
that
at
grand slam.
was it at their Pee Wee Stadium or was it in the real stadium?
Yes, it's at their minor league stadium in Sac.
No wonder.
Yeah, he mollywopped the ball. So that's hella funny in the Pee Wee Stadium, bro. But yeah, so yeah, the Angels beat the Athletics 10-5. The Yankees beat the Rangers 1-0. The Padres, they took a L in 11 innings, 7-6. They lost to the Blue Jays.
Damn.
Phillies beat the Rockies 2-0. Guardians beat the Tigers 7-0. Brewers beat the Pirates 8-5. Nationals beat the Braves in 10 innings, 8-7. Orioles and Red Sox postponed due to weather. And the Astros beat the Mariners 9-2.
Okay.
So yeah, obviously the trend was the grand slam from Taylor Ward. So that
Uh,
stadium is so funny, dude. The one in Sac, bro, it's so
uh,
small, dude. Like it's like it is a Pee Wee Stadium, dude. It's
right.
like watching it like on television, dude. I've seen a little. I'm like, what? It looks like it's so small, bro. Poor team, dude. It's like, damn, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is crazy, man. But you got a few years to suffer, but when they get to the baller one in Vegas, they'll be like, yes,
Right.
that'll
Right.
be a baller ass stadium. You know what I mean? So they just have to suffer for a couple years.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they'll get their baller stadium in Vegas. So
Right.
yeah, man.
Any other trending topics in MLB?
That's it. That was it, man.
The one thing, you might not agree with me, but the one thing about the name San Diego Padres, right?
Hmm.
That every time when the name is said, for some reason, I don't know why this is, but for some reason, the Padres and San Diego to me, even though I love the Padres, the name doesn't go well with San Diego. Like every time I hear the name Padres, I would always think they're somewhere like in the Midwest or basically they should be like a Midwest
Why? That doesn't
Ohio.
make No, that doesn't make any sense. You know why they named
I,
Padres, right?
I totally understand why, but
Also, you know why though.
but
Kind of
that
like
doesn't.
so, kind of like my high school. They're the Padres. You know what I mean? Over
Yeah,
here,
yeah, but I
you
mean,
know why though, right? The
well, because the
coast.
religion, right? The whole religion aspect of it.
No, 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 no. So up and down the coast, that's where they traveled.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why.
the Padres travel like
Yeah,
the
like father, like the religion, like
yeah, exactly.
up and down the coast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they're labeled that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know?
It's a super like
Yeah.
religious thing, and to me, I'm not saying it's a bad name because I'm just saying that it just San Diego just doesn't give me that kind of religious vibe. It gives
But
me like
it's
this
no,
like
no, it's
Florida.
California. It's California. So they
Exactly.
traveled up and down. That's why it's San Diego Padres because they went all the way from there all the way up.
But that
That's
makes
yeah,
sense. That does make sense too because
yeah,
that San Diego out of all the major California cities is the most right wing, like
yeah,
Republican.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that
And
makes
it,
sense.
it, it
I
even
was making,
continues with the OC right there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But yeah, it's because like the missionaries just all the way up. That's why. That's
for
exactly why. You
no,
know what I'm saying?
I know that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. When I hear Padres, I think of like Ohio. Like, I don't know why, bro.
So basically, I believe, like I said, from San Diego to SF,
Uh-huh.
that's where all the missions were. So that's why my high school, right, Sarah Padres, San Diego Padres. It's like you went from literally San Diego to SF, and that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It like so I see it from like, oh, it makes sense because they went from there to here. So that's why they're the Padres.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I see it like that just because of the
I mean,
the history.
and that's a little bit of bias on your end because
Yeah,
you have such a deep root to that name. So
that's what I mean. So well, I
it'll be
like I
hard
said, I see the history. I see the history behind. I had to do reports on it.
it will be hard for me to
Yeah.
talk to you about this.
Well, no, that's what I mean. I had to do reports on the missionaries, like the different ones. So that's why I know, like, oh yeah, started right there, San Diego Padres. Oh, all the way up to here, stopping at SF. Oh, Sarah Padres. Boom. You know. So yeah,
Exactly.
like I just have a different tie to it, like you said.
In
Because
school, like when I was growing up and I was going to public school, we didn't have to do like it wasn't like super religious, but we definitely like I remember like third or fourth, I think like fourth grade, we had to do like pick a mission in California or something like that.
Oh, you did? See? So you had to pick one.
That was public school, bro. Like that wasn't even
They
private
made
school.
you do that in public school?
That's
No
what I'm
way.
saying. I did that in like third or fourth grade, bro, where we did
Out here?
Yeah, exactly, in the Bay Area.
Wow. Hey.
That was
I didn't know that.
Alameda Park, bro.
I had no idea. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know you had to do that in public school.
And that's
So we had, obviously, I had religion class for 12 years, so it was just standard, you know?
Compared to, I guarantee you, they don't have to do that now, like what I had to do when I was growing up.
I'm sure, because like growing up, like I didn't even know they did that in public school, but that's crazy. Like it's just wow, that's a trip.
Yeah,
that's a trip. I had no idea, but so you had to pick a mission and report on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, well now you know. Well now, I mean, you should have known San Diego. You should be like, oh yeah.
I know there's a bunch over there. San Luis, there's one over there.
Yeah, all the way up, bro, to here. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, that's funny.
San Diego should be like San Diego Surfers or something like that.
Why?
Because there's a lot of surfers out there.
Of course not. You don't think there's a lot of surfers out here?
I'm just, bro, maybe they should come out with another team like Major League in Oakland and make them the Padres. And then Oakland will be much better. Everything is going to, like, you know what I'm saying, bro? There's certain cities that need
the Oakland Padres.
The last time I heard, San Diego was America's safest city, bro.
Oh my God, I can't right now.
Somebody else now.
I really can't right now. Oh fuck, I'm dead. That's some funny shit, bro. That's some real funny shit.
Just saying.
But yeah, man. At least you know now the whole missionary thing. I didn't even know you had to do that. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
All right, let's move on and let's get into some hockey news, bro. You know, we gotta do hockey for our average day.
Hey, all day, man. I'm about that NHL, bro. You know, it's the NHL playoffs right now, I believe.
Yeah, I think
or
so,
actually,
right?
Sorry, I believe it's the finals, or so they have the East and West final too.
Okay.
So yesterday, remember, it was a different game. Today, it was the Canes were trending again. Remember how I told you the other day Canes were trending?
Yeah.
Today, the Canes are trending again for getting their ass kicked by the Panthers. 5-0. Florida takes a 2-0 lead. So big ups to Florida, man. They're doing work. And see, this is what I find ironic too. Florida, hot ass state, right? And they're fucking doing work in hockey. That's weird to me. Like just like Vegas, like I was telling you, I would think the cities in the north where it's freezing cold and you're playing hockey all year long, they would dominate these teams. But I don't know. Apparently, I'm missing something here because now another hot state, Florida, they're doing work, bro.
I understand why though.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
If you got to go and skate on ice in cold ass weather every day, like you're already in cold ass weather, and then on top of that, your job is to go into even colder situations and sweat your ass off and, like, you know what I mean, deal with those kind of conditions. Like, you're going to be miserable in life as opposed to you're going to be living in Florida. It's so hot over there that when you go on the ice, it's going to feel so good. These guys are all super happy. And, you know, by the time they get off work, they're like, cool, man, like another day in the office.
Okay. You know so you think Vegas, Florida, that's why they're really excelling? Hey, it's not a bad theory, bro. Not a bad theory.
They're happy. They don't have to go from cold to colder. They're going from hot to
hot to cold.
It's good. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take the explanation, man. You know, I'll take the explanation wherever I can get it.
Exactly.
You know, like I said, I don't know the players to every team like I do other sports, but I'll take it.
You ain't gonna get a better one than that. I promise you that.
Well, we will see. We will see. You know, like the star. You remember? So you got the Stars in the West that won yesterday, and then you got the Panthers in the East. They're up 2-0. So, you know, that could be the finals. Florida against Dallas.
So Dallas Stars against Panthers.
Maybe. Well, it's best of 7, so we will see.
Kansas is what city?
Florida, remember?
Florida.
We were just
What
talking about
city?
it.
Yeah, what city is it though? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea where they play. Florida. I have no idea.
I wonder. I'm just wondering. Like, you know.
Maybe if I click on, no, it doesn't tell me. I'd have to really look it up.
No, I got you. I got you.
But yeah, I don't know what part of Florida. I have no idea. That's a great question. You
Shit.
know,
Oh, it's
I'm
like,
sure.
huh?
What?
No, I'm looking it up
Where's it
too,
at?
but it just says Sunrise, Florida. Like it doesn't even tell. Oh, Fort
What?
Lauderdale. I guess it's close to Fort Lauderdale.
That's where the arena is, Fort Lauderdale. I've been there.
No, that team is like around that area. That's where they're from. Their major
Okay.
rival, their major rival is Tampa Bay Lightnings.
Okay, that makes sense. So they'd
Yeah,
be okay. Okay.
I didn't realize that they had that Fort Lauderdale had its own hockey team. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know how big Florida is, so it makes sense because that's the southern part.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to Fort Lauderdale, so I mean,
So
obviously,
that's like the Miami people going to see those games. Then
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's the southern part, and then Tampa Bay, obviously, that's
the
probably their
rival.
rival, like you said. So
And where the Hurricanes from? Do you know?
who?
Hurricanes?
Hurricanes. What do you mean? Oh, Carolina, I believe.
They're in the Carolinas.
Yeah, Carolina. I don't know
And,
which one, but it's Carolina. So
and then
I'm guessing it's north.
North Carolina.
That's what I would think. Usually, when you have a Carolina team, it's north. That's
And then,
that's my educated guess.
and what about the Oilers?
They are. Let's see. The Oilers are Edmonton, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh, so they okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Edmonton, which
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
and the Hurricanes are from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, see, north. So I mean, most of the teams are always in the north. You know,
Where did
like
you
I'm
say?
saying, North Carolina.
Yeah, you said Oilers are from where?
Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Edmonton. Okay, so that's the one that you would put your money on for sure.
Well, like I said, because of where it's at, like you probably play all year long. Like that's why it surprises me that I don't see more of the Canadian teams like winning chips. Like, bro, you play all year long, you should be dominating in
Right.
my eyes. And that's in my eyes because in Canada, that's their number one sport. Obviously, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I lived in like if you live in Canada, you already know that's your sport. You already know.
Right.
Like you live in America, what's our sport?
It is not soccer.
Oh my God. No shit, it's not soccer. I'm saying what's our sport? Football. You know what I
uh,
mean?
I mean,
That you could say baseball, but we're
say
talking about like see
America.
when we grew up, it was baseball. But what
Yeah.
has happened over the years?
Yeah.
Football
No,
took that over. It's way because baseball has migrated to every continent now,
yeah.
so it's great. That's perfect for the sport. But America started dominating football, and that's why we call it football because what do they call the rest of the world? you know Soccer is football in the rest of the world.
Right.
So we call it soccer. The rest of the world, oh, you mean football? No, I mean football here. Pigskin.
And yeah, people are. It's gonna be super catchy because compared to like soccer, where like you hit a player, they do a LeBron flop hella easily. Hollywood stuff in football, like
Yeah,
that's what it's meant to be doing. So you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But that's what I mean. That became our sport. Like so, that's why it's so popular. And
yeah,
I am mad at that. But that's also why he's branding football to go to each place. If you've noticed, every
yeah,
year there's always international games, and there's
right,
new ones this year. Remember, I reported last week. That's
right,
so cool. That's dope. So when I do go around and see the world, hey, I'll catch a football game. You know it.
for
Just be
sure,
like throwing the jersey. Let's go.
exactly,
For sure, bro.
exactly. So yeah, so this whole finals for hockey, we
Yeah.
got how many? So we got how many teams altogether in right now?
It's just like the NBA. You got 4.
Okay. So right now we got Panthers against Hurricanes and then Oilers
Yes,
against Stars, right?
correct.
Okay, perfect. And then let's see. A game 2 of Dallas is tomorrow, and then game 3
Yes.
is on Saturday, and that's Hurricanes Panthers. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Perfect. All right, yeah, we're gonna be reporting hockey for you guys, man, because
Yes, we
we
are. NHL, baby. Let's do it.
do the NHL.
All all day. All day. Sports is sports, man.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to some other trending topics. We got some Trump news. What is going on in the Trump world? Mr. Trump, what have you done today? Let's find out all together, shall we? Let's find out. All right. Trump tax bill clears the House and a victory for Republicans advances to Senate. House Speaker Mike Johnson and party leaders made dozens of last-minute amendments to the more than 1,000-page bill in an effort to unite moderates and hardline conservatives behind the package. The legislation now advances to the Senate, where it faces a complicated path, despite only needing a simple majority to pass. So, yeah, did you hear about that? They call it the big beautiful tax bill.
I read a little about it. I didn't know much about it, so
Huh?
I didn't do any research on it.
Okay, so you don't know what it's implemented inside it or anything like that.
No. I didn't do any of that research at all.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean I don't know what's in it. I don't know if if they even brought it out of what's exactly in it, but it's probably going to affect the business world in a good way or a bad way. But right now everything has been doing good, so I feel like the people are in a positive state of mind about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
So it should be good. It should be good. Yeah, I mean, being Trump, he always does things that are more for the people type thing anyway. So it should be good.
I'd say so.
Yeah, should be good. All right. Talking about San Diego and your Padres, did you know, Jay, that 6 people died on a private jet after a crash in a San Diego neighborhood?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. No, I didn't.
It was a Cessna 550. It was flying in an area of dense fog with 6 passengers on board just before the crash.
Well, shit. That's terrible.
Yeah, I guess it's the Cessna 550 crashed near Salmon Street in a Murphy Canyon neighborhood while preparing to land at Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport just before 4 a.m. The FAA said 6 passengers were aboard the private jet at the same time of the crash. It is believed there are no survivors. The jet clipped the power line before the crash, and there was no communication tower active at the time. Several homes caught fire as an apparent result of the crash, leading to 100 residents being evacuated from the military housing neighborhood. A temporary evacuation site is set up at the elementary school, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened over there.
It's terrible, man. That sounds like human error, man.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I know, dude. R.I.P., man.
For real, man. That shit sucks, dude.
Supposedly,
all that when I hear that type of stuff, it makes me not want to get a private jet when it's time. Fuck.
Supposedly, it's
terrible.
I know. Supposedly, it's a lot of military housing and stuff too there. So,
it's fucking terrible, man.
Well, yeah, it is what it is, man. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it. But let's get into some less terrible news with what's happening with Twitter. Or X, as they call it.
Oh shit, Wider. You want me to report on Twitter? Okay, for sure. So today, I'd say the past couple hours, what's trending is my DMs and Twitter DMs. So basically, the Twitter DMs are not opening apparently, and we're talking a lot of people are reporting this. So I'm guessing. I think I read something that X is they're trying to implement their own chat, for DMs. So it might be, yeah, it might be in beta, but that's probably why people are able to see their DMs and not use them.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's going on, because they probably didn't want to shut the platform off, hey, you can't, So they're probably just doing it like that to where you can see it, but you can't use it,
Yeah, I heard it from what I understand. It's supposed to be called like X Chat or something like
There you go.
that.
Yeah, so it would make sense because everyone knows Twitter for the DMs. That's
Definitely.
like throwback, dude.
So you think that's
So
what's causing the outage?
maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked my DMs or anything, but I just seeing the complete list of thousands of people reporting on it. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh damn. And
Yeah,
it's still trending, so they'll probably be doing it throughout the night until it's ready. Or what they'll do is, like, okay, we have to fix this, and this, and then implement it when it's time with the update.
gotcha.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
So
so
from what you know though, it might be up again. Is it? You think it's running now or not? Is it still down?
what the DMs?
The X, the Twitter or X. Yeah.
X is running. X is
No.
running fine. It's the DMs I'm saying.
Yeah. So they're running now.
Now let's see. Let me go on my DMs. Why not?
Might as well check for the people, man. Check for
Let's
that.
see. Let's see.
While Jay is doing that, shout out to the 26 people watching. Thank you for being here, and please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button.
That's a negatory. It is not working.
Not working still? Oh,
Nah.
yeah.
Nah. Is definitely they're definitely doing something because it's not even there.
Oh, okay.
Nope. But everything else is working. But yeah, it's not there. It's non-existent. I can't even see them.
They're doing that X
So
chat.
they're definitely doing something with it. So yeah, it's not there. So yeah, that'll probably be down for the night, and then they'll get it going. So
for sure.
yep, it's not going down in the DM tonight, man. So you may want to stay away from the DMs tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I haven't heard that song in a while, man.
You know what song I heard today that I haven't heard in a while, and I had to like save it because I liked it so much was
Which one?
Just the Fab, New Oakland.
Oh damn, that's on one of my gym playlists.
Such a hitter song, bro.
Nah, yeah, see that when I hear that, I want to lift weights.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man.
All right. And in your celebrity news, talking about rap and rappers, we got, if you're from the Midwest, then you probably, or you might know this person, but you might know them even if you're not, because their name is in the news and they're trending. So Detroit rapper Skilla Baby got injured in a targeted drive-by shooting today, sources say. It's Redford, that's the city. Preliminary information suggests he was targeted while in a black SUV, eventually crashing into a building off of 8 Mile Road. So,
Oh damn, off of 8 Mile. Okay.
Yeah. And I guess he was shot, it says. So,
damn.
It says, hold on. So preliminary information suggests he was allegedly targeted in a black SUV that was shot multiple times, eventually crashing into a building off the road. So it says sources say the rapper was grazed twice in the head and back,
Ooh.
shot in the hand, and taken to a local hospital.
Oh, so it was definitely they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's Skilla Baby. If you
We'll have to figure out who he had problems with, who he was talking shit with.
Right. Kind of crazy, man.
That is crazy. That's that 8 Mile right there, man.
8 Mile Road, man. 8 Mile Road.
Real.
All right. Let's move on and talk about your movie of the day.
Talking about, I got one more trend, bro. Are you kidding me? I got my last trend, man.
My bad. I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, I got one more trend. It's about the what the U.S. is gonna phase out, bro.
What they phasing out?
The pennies. So the Treasury Department, they decided they're discontinuing the production of new pennies.
No way.
Next year. So pennies are done. Well, because it costs 2 to 4 cents to make a penny.
Yeah.
And so it's projected to save about 60 million annually doing this. And like I preach to everyone, I don't even use cash, let alone pennies. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to me because I don't know, I bring my phone everywhere. So, you know what I mean? A lot of people they're talking about it on X, but I see why that they're doing it, you know what I'm saying? But there is a cultural significance of the penny in America, you know what I mean? So I just think it'll actually raise the value of a lot of the pennies from the past. You know what I mean? Since they're being
Yeah,
discontinued.
I guess Trump is saying if it don't make dollar, it don't make sense.
Exactly. That's what it usually is about. You know that.
Exactly.
But yeah, they're stopping. Yeah, next year there will be no more production of pennies, so there'll be a limited amount.
Yeah, we don't need them. Screw up any.
I don't think so, honestly. I don't think so, but it's cool. Like I said, I mean, I got hella pennies from like way way back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not even
So
tripping. Yeah.
that's that.
Hell yeah. So
All right, Jay. What is your movie of the day? Now that we
my
know that
movie today,
Penny non-existent.
throwback, bro. I got a throwback movie on, man. Oh, it's on commercial right now. Sorry. One of my favorite movies, though, man. One of my favorite. It was on. It's on TV, so that's why.
Which Rocky is it?
How'd you know it was Rocky? You saw it?
Yeah.
So it's the one with Ivan Drago, part four.
Oh, okay, part four.
So it wasn't my favorite one. It was my second favorite one.
Gotcha.
But man, fucking yeah, it was an excellent one. Because Drago was such a big ass dude, man. He towered over Stallone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One a hell of a movie though, man. One of my favorites. You know that one?
Yeah, but you do also know that the CIA gets involved in a lot of the movie making in Hollywood. So because of that, movies like that, where it was like Russia against
Yeah,
America, stuff like that, that was
yeah.
a lot of it to have to do with like CIA implementing
Well,
shit.
they had to do it because they were trying to bridge a gap. That's why in the movie, actually, he had a whole statement after he won, like, if I could change and you could change, everybody can change to try to bridge the gap between USSR and America.
Yeah,
That was when it was USSR.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, it's just like I said, you use movies as like a way to, hey, let's bridge that gap to try to bring people together.
Look how they
Because
made
that, huh?
look how they made Russia this whole like powerful big
Yeah.
dude.
hmm
Rocky's this like the American, but he's not like he has the heart. He don't have the
Exactly.
muscle. You know what I'm saying?
No, he had the muscle. He wasn't as tall. And who won the fight? That's right, baby. Balboa took him to the boom.
When it's an
Even
American.
Drago was like hitting this guy's like hitting a piece of meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made it like that. But it was I thought this film was solid though, man. Not my favorite one, but yeah, this one was great. My second favorite for sure.
So what is the movie about?
It's about Rocky. This is part four. His best friend and person he fought, Apollo Creed, goes to fight this guy in Russia, or not, sorry, he goes to fight this Russian. He's like a new up and comer, and they fight in Vegas for his exhibition fight, right? And this dude, obviously, he is just jacked on juice, everything, and he ends up killing Apollo Creed. Like, I mean, in an exhibition fight. And Rocky says, "All right, bro, I'm coming out of retirement. You killed me. You killed my best friend. I don't even care. I'm not even going to fight for money. I'm going to go where you want to fight and let's do it." And so he ended up going to USSR and Russia, as you see, and he ended up fighting this monster of a guy, Ivan Drago. And yeah, he trained in Russia. No, nothing. He trained over there, grew the beard, lifted just like a monster. And yeah, about to fight him right now. He had the stone cold look. So when I watch this stuff, I'm just like, I want to fucking lift weights. This is fucking amazing. Because why? Balboa is the man. See, this is what I mean. This is probably how the new generation feels when they watch Creed. Like when I watched Creed, I thought the fight scenes were like mediocre. When I watch these fight scenes, I'm like, oh man, the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, excellent film, dude. Excellent film. And then obviously, we talked about it. He ends up winning because he's got the heart. You know what I mean? Like he just thinks of his friend, passed away. You know what I mean? From this guy, like soon as he gets knocked down, gets right back up, knocked down, right back up, knocked down, right back up. You know what I mean? Relentless.
What do you rate the movie 1 through 10? 10?
It's not even close, bro. I think, like I said, it's my second favorite one. You know, like the third number three is my favorite without a doubt. But Rocky movies they're tens. You can't. I'm real biased when it comes to Stallone. Stallone's like one of my favorite actors.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And so the crazy part was the transformation from Rocky 1 to right here. Dude, this dude is just, you could tell he lived he was jacked, bro. In part one, if you saw, you'd be like, that's Rocky? You didn't even look anything close to this.
Right.
So I rate it like that because I'm like, damn, dog, he put in the work. You know what I mean? Because he looked just like simple, but I think he did that on purpose. Why? Because he was going along with the story, you know?
For sure.
Like each film, he just got more and more like, oh, damn, you know? So look at that dude. Look at that. He's all jacked up. Like, damn, okay. He was like a mirror image of, you know, Drago, except one guy's 6'5", the other guy's 5'8". You know what I'm saying?
I guarantee you that if him and Arnold weren't beefing at the time, that would have been Arnold instead of Drago.
That would have been crazy.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
would have been crazy if it was, dude. Arnold would have fit that part perfect.
There you go.
I didn't even think about that. He would have fit that part perfect, actually.
That's the
But
only
Arnold,
reason.
yeah, but Arnold's not Russian.
Didn't have to be
Is Dolph
Russian.
is Dolph Lundgren Russian or no?
They all sound. I mean, Arnold sounds Russian, bro.
Yeah, but he's Austrian.
Dolph.
I wonder if Dolph Lundgren is Russian. Dude, actually, it would make sense if he's Russian. I think he is Russian. No,
He's from Sweden, bro. He's Swedish.
Oh yeah, so you're right then, because Arnold is Austrian.
Austrian is already more Russian than Swedish.
That would have been cool to see. Fucking dude, that would have been monstrous, dude. Because that was like one of my other favorite actors at the time. If they were both in this shit, that would have been monstrous, bro.
Dude, Stallone already knew there was no way that Arnold would agree to like getting knocked out.
Yeah, I know. Obviously. But that would have been fucking monstrous for like movies. I would have been like, no fucking way, you know?
Right.
That would have been so fucking cool.
I know.
Damn, that's a trip. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I thought for sure Dolph was Russian.
Nope.
That's a trip.
So you rate that movie at 10, huh?
Without a doubt, dude. All Rocky movies are tens.
Okay.
Besides number 5. I couldn't stand number 5. I was like, that was the worst. Huh?
What do you rate it?
8.
That's not that bad for being the worst.
Well, because it's all the Rocky series is excellent, but that one just can. You know, you have the kid, he's trying to come up, and then, you know, like, oh, I'm better than you, and then they end up street fighting, and then, you know, Stallone whoops his ass outside. You know, they should have just ended it on this, but I get why I get why Stallone did it. You know what I mean?
Can we move it down to a 6?
Huh?
Can we move it down to a 6?
No. That's disrespectful. Yeah, that's disrespectful.
How about we meet halfway and go 7?
I'll go 7. Because
7.
I believe the other one he made another one after that, which I was like, okay, good, thank you. Don't end it on that trash. So he made another one after that. I believe it was like a decade after, about when he was older, and he ended up fighting Antonio Tarver.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. End it on that one. You know what I mean? That's better.
Right.
Because that 5 was just, why the hell did you make that shit?
Yep.
You know? Yep. So, yeah. But yeah, that was the weakest one out of all, number 5.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
All right. Let's get into it, and let's do, what is your favorite movie? And that one would
By
be
who?
Carl Weathers.
Oh, you want to do Carl? Oh, shit. R.I.P., man. That dude was Apollo Creed, man. He actually, you know, so he died last year, and R.I.P. to him, man. He was a monster, dude.
R.I.P. to him. That's why we got to do him, because not only did he die last year, but he died in the movie. We got to show this man respect.
Yes, man. He was. Yeah, exactly. He was a monster, bro. He had some monster movies, bro. So, my favorite movie of his. Fuck.
It starts with a P.
Well, Yes, shut up. It really is though, man. It really is because he played that part with Schwartz, like him and Schwarzenegger. They played that part so well together, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that's without a doubt my favorite. That's one of my all-time like top three favorite movies I've ever seen, though.
I know.
So yeah, I'll always say that movie. Yeah, Predator for sure.
Predator.
Yeah,
Nice.
man, that's one of my favorite movies ever. So
What about underrated? What do you say?
it's hard because he has a lot that are underrated.
Well, hopefully you don't say mine.
I know which one you're gonna say. I won't say it, and I won't be cliche and say Rocky. I'll go Magnum Force. I like that one.
Okay.
It's a Clint Eastwood movie, so it's a Dirty Harry movie basically.
Got you.
Yeah, he was in that. He was in that. He's like, I don't want to be cliche and take the one you're gonna say because I already know which one you're gonna say.
Yeah.
But he also obviously played a hell of a part in this whole series,
Yeah.
1 through 4. Like he was a monster in it. So
Sure.
shout out to Carl Weathers, man, one of my favorite actors.
Definitely. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah, man.
For me, my favorite movie of his, I would have to go with Happy Gilmore.
I know. That's I already knew.
But as far as underrated for me, that one would go to Little Nicky.
Oh, that's interesting.
Both Adam Sandler movies.
Exactly. That's funny.
So yeah, him and Adam Sandler must have had a pretty good relationship. So he's always in his
I'd say
movies.
so.
So, yeah.
You know that Carl Weathers played for the Raiders, right?
Oh, did he? I heard
Oh
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, bro.
Nice. Oh, Bo Jackson days.
Yes, sir. And he also went to he's a SF state head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Carl Weathers was that dude, bro. That
Carl Weathers.
dude.
Oh yeah, man.
Shit's dope, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, that is our movies of the day. Let's stray away and let's get into some crypto news, man. What's going on with crypto?
Crypto life, yes,
How many
sir.
millions Jay has made today? That's gonna be the new topic pretty soon. Once everything goes up, hella like, how many millions did Jay make today?
Oh man, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff.
All right, guys, let us pull up the screen.
Let me put this.
Right now, we got Bitcoin sitting at 110,596. Moving on up. It is down 0.78% in the last 24 hours. Number 2, we have Ethereum, your largest altcoin, which is at 2,684. It is up 2.46% in the last 24 hours. As far as your fear and greed index, we are in that 76 greed, right on that cusp of extreme greed. Guys, do not keep investing or else you will not make a lot of money. But if you are going to keep investing, if you're a day trader especially, then just make sure to put in your stop losses so you do not get wrecked. Your global crypto market cap as a whole is sitting at 3.53 trillion. It is up 1.68%. And our trending coins, we got number 1, WLD, sitting up 22%. Number 2 is SUI, SUI, which is down 4.46%. Number 3, we got Trump. That one is down 2.4%. Number 4, we got CETUS, which is down 20.30%. Number 5, we got Moodang. Moodang is moving on up, 38% up today. As far as your top 5 gainers, number 1, we got Snow Leopard. That one is up 3,517. Number 2 is Form. That one is up 675%. Number 3 is Lovely Finance. That one is up 481%. Number 4 is Trump with Hat. That one is up 468%. Number 5 is CatX. That one is up 424%. Let's move on down the list and do our top 100 notable mentions. Number 8, we got Grok. That one is up at 376%. Number 20, we got Pepe Trump. That one is up 217%. At number 41, we got Hezbollah's Cat. That one is up 74%. At number 58, we got Funktico, or TICO as the acronym, TICO. That one is up 47%. Number 78, we got Reflect RFL. That one is up 33%. And last but not least, we got number 99. We got Dick Butt. That one is up 27%. All right, guys, that is your crypto news. Just hold on to your money because we are in those highs, and whatever money you put in, you will get a good amount out. All right, let us get into now some horoscopes. We definitely like to give you guys horoscopes to just help guide you along, your path every day. So these are going to be the horoscopes for May 23rd, 2025. As always, we start with the first house of the zodiac and the first sign of the zodiac, which is Aries. Aries, tomorrow, home renovations might transform your space with small changes. Budgeting wisely may support financial growth. Healthy snacking tomorrow might keep your energy steady, and family guidance might help children handle peer pressure better. Taurus, handling job rejections with resilience might strengthen your career path. Take it easy tomorrow as your stamina might be low. Traveling too much may cause exhaustion, so know your limits. Property investments may progress slowly, so stay patient, and simple money saving tricks may build long term stability. Gemini, saving incentive payouts could secure future stability. Discussing floor plans carefully might optimize your living space. Regular aerobic exercises may boost lung capacity. Clear office expectations may need patience to achieve. Exploring new places may be exciting, but not always perfect. Cancer, budgeting travel costs carefully could avoid stress. Increased workload might disrupt plans, so prioritize tasks. Staying calm when travel plans change might help find quick solutions. Sticking to a bedtime routine might improve sleep, and managing expectations during family events may ease stress. Then we got Leo, which is J sign. Managing health worries tomorrow might ease anxiety. Encouraging family reflection may promote mindfulness. Property deals tomorrow may go in your favor, whether you are buying, selling, or renting. And workforce development might boost corporate growth. Virgo, walking might boost heart health and mental clarity. Moving past fights may feel hard if emotions linger. Savings discipline may make investment goals achievable. Diligence at work could open new career paths, and property purchases might need thorough research to avoid rushing into a deal. Libra, family news might bring joy, but also added responsibility. A balanced diet may keep your energy steady. New business ideas might arise, so think them through. Dressing for changing weather may make travel comfortable, and monitoring digital payments could avoid financial issues. Scorpio, managing stress at work might need a focused plan. Smart spending could maximize your gains. Travel tomorrow might mix easy moments with small hurdles. Fitness apps may help track your progress and stay motivated. And family transitions may feel challenging but bring growth. Then we got our Sagittarius. Stress might disrupt sleep, so relax before bed. Investment setbacks might impact finances, so reassess plans. Leadership training may boost career growth, but needs effort. Property upgrades may take time, but it will protect from future damage. Capricorn, wealth management may make financial commitments easier. Desk exercises might keep you active despite busy days. Travel tomorrow might feel routine, but it will serve its purpose. Leadership roles may feel within reach, so be confident. Home decor ideas can refresh your space, but good planning matters. Then we got our Aquaries. Strength training may build muscle, but avoid overexertion. Being present in conversations might strengthen family ties. Helping colleagues tomorrow could foster a positive work environment, and luxury purchases might feel worthwhile if chosen wisely. Property deals might involve hidden costs, so review carefully. Last but not least, we got our Pisces. Organizing a thank you gesture for elders might bring joy. Avoiding burnout might require mindful breaks. A well planned budget may ease financial worries. Overcoming challenges might make you more skilled at work. And spontaneous trips might feel refreshing and lead to happy memories. All right, guys. That is our horoscope for tomorrow, May 23rd, 2025. Shout out to DTW in the house. What's going down, partner? Nice to see you on here. Shout out to the 27 people watching. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. Jay, let us get into the conspiracy of the day. Is it yours or is it mine?
I did mine yesterday.
Perfect.
Remember? Wojtek
I know.
on the big ass Polish bear. That shit was dope.
Exactly. All right, Jay. Today, I want to dive into the deep world of coffee because we all love it, we all drink it, and we're all pretty much addicted to
Coffee.
it. Coffee.
I'm not addicted to coffee, but well, I love coffee.
There we
But
go.
I only started loving coffee recently when I became like, like more adultish, let's say,
No, I know. I
because
know.
like I didn't, I only drank it in college, and then I stopped for hella years because I didn't need it. And
Exactly.
then when I started getting more responsibility, bills, and everything, I was like, man, I gotta have some coffee. But then, like I said, if I don't want it, I don't want it. It's fine.
I'll tell you this much. It serves its purpose in the world, but at the same time, there is deeper meanings behind it, and that's what we're going to get into.
Really? Let's get into it. I'm pumped. I'm
All right.
curious.
So let's dive into the deep world of coffee. Is it possible that our daily cup of Joe is more than just a pick me up? Could it be part of a larger design to keep us compliant, productive, and addicted? Let's explore the layers of this rich, dark conspiracy. Coffee's journey began centuries ago, with legends tracing its discovery to Ethiopian shepherds who noticed their goats becoming energetic after eating coffee berries. From there, it spread to the Middle East, becoming integral to Islamic culture and eventually made its way to Europe. But coffee's rise wasn't just about taste. It coincided with the rise of capitalism. As societies shifted from agrarian to industrial, there was a need for a substance that could keep workers alert and productive. Enter coffee, a legal, socially accepted stimulant that fit the bill perfectly. Caffeine is a powerful central nervous system stimulant. It blocks adenosine receptors in the brain, reducing feelings of tiredness and increasing alertness. While this might seem beneficial, it also leads to dependence. Regular consumption can result in tolerance, requiring more caffeine to achieve the same effects, and withdrawal symptoms like headaches, irritability, and fatigue when intake is reduced. This cycle keeps consumers coming back for more, creating a dependency that's socially accepted and even encouraged. The Industrial Revolution brought about long working hours and monotonous tasks. Employers needed a way to keep workers awake and efficient. Coffee breaks became institutionalized not just as a perk, but as a means to boost productivity. Michael Pollan, in his exploration of caffeine's history, notes that the beverage's stimulating effects aligned perfectly with the needs of a capitalist economy. By promoting alertness and reducing the need for rest, coffee became the fuel that powered the modern workforce. While moderate coffee consumption has been linked to certain health benefits, excessive intake can lead to negative effects. For one, sleep disturbances. Caffeine can disrupt sleep patterns, leading to insomnia and reduced sleep quality. Then you got also anxiety and jitterness. High doses can cause nervousness and restlessness. You also got digestive issues. Coffee is acidic and can irritate the stomach lining. And also, you have dependence. As mentioned, regular use can lead to physical dependence with withdrawal symptoms under cessation. Despite these issues, coffee remains largely unregulated and is often marketed as a harmless daily indulgence. Considering coffee's widespread use and its effects on the human body and mind, it's worth pondering, is our dependence on coffee purely coincidental or has it been cultivated? By promoting a substance that enhances productivity and fosters dependence, corporations and governments benefit from a more compliant and efficient populace. The normalization of coffee consumption ensures that this cycle continues unchallenged. Before we wrap up, remember the chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. That is well said by Samuel Johnson. So, like always, guys, how we tell you, stay aware, question the norm, and always seek the truth behind everything. All right. And that is our conspiracy about coffee. We definitely all love it, and it is very hard to get away from it. But hey, everything serves its purpose, serves its purpose. But like Jay says, do everything in balance and moderation.
Yes.
We do things out here. It's all about health, wealth, and happiness. That is our motto. And shout out to the 30 people watching. Let's get into our very last segment for this Thursday, which is mine and Jay's final words of wisdom. What you got for them, Jay?
Today I'm switching it up. Usually I use the same philosophers, but today I'm going with Ralph Waldo Emerson quote: "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." Basically, is just saying that you don't have to conform to what society is pressuring you to be. You know what I mean? Be what you want to be. It's very important you have your individuality and self-reliance. You know what I mean? You keep that so you don't have to conform and go to societal trends. Like as long as you have a plan, you know what you want to do, just execute and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything you want in the world. Anyone can. So that's what I'm going with today. It's very powerful.
Definitely, definitely.
Most deaf.
And going off of what you're saying, obviously, like always, this is what I got to say to you guys. Average Day Joes. So let's get into it. Um, the Creator did not make you to walk in another's footprints, but to leave your own. The drum of your heart beats a sacred rhythm, unique, untamed, and filled with purpose. In a world that often calls you to blend in, remember, your power lies in standing out, in honoring your truth, and walking with courage in your own direction. So walk tall, speak with clarity, and honor your spirit by being exactly who you were born to be. And remember, this is a native proverb. The flower does not dream of the bee. It blossoms and the bee comes. Be the bloom you were meant to be and let the world come to know you by your light. All right, guys, that is it for us today. Tomorrow is our 100th episode. I can't believe it. And it's also falling on Effort Friday. So that's super cool. Thank you
Yes,
guys
sir.
so much for being supporting us and for being here with us all the time, every day.
Slide
Um,
through anytime.
yeah, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. Shout out to the 28 people watching right now. So yeah, that is it for us. We shall see you tomorrow, 8:30 Pacific. Any last little final words, Jay, before we head out?
Just health, wealth, and happiness, man. That's it.
Health, all happiness.